Greetings friends and welcome to another episode of Bling's Battles, and I'll give you 3 hints about what we're fighting today. 1. They only come out at night or spawn in dark places. 2. They're hostile and will never stop hunting you unless of course you're 16 blocks away. And 3. They want to hurt you. What's that you say? Oh yes, that's the same description for every mob in the game. Well in that case, if you couldn't figure it out by looking at the skull behind me, today we'll be battling skeletons. Skeletons can spawn almost anywhere in the overworld at night and with light levels of 7 or less. They can also spawn in the nether fortresses under the same light level conditions. There are also special kinds of skeleton or skeleton-like mobs such as spider jockeys, wither skeletons, and of course, the wither, but we'll go over those in a later episode. Like most hostile mobs, skeletons will begin to pursue the player if they are within 16 blocks. Once the skeleton is within 8 blocks of the player and has a clear line of sight, the skeleton will start shooting at the player. Damage from the skeleton will depend on difficulty, distance from the skeleton when hit, and if the player is wearing armor or enchanted armor. Just like their green undead counterparts, skeletons will burn in daylight similar to zombies, but they can also be protected from this by wearing armor, seeking shade, and submerging themselves in water, all of which they will attempt to seek out once they begin taking burn damage. Like the ocelots in my previous video on creepers, skeletons will run from wolves within a certain range of them. The wolves will pursue and attack the skeletons. If a skeleton is safe from daylight burning, it may attempt to attack the wolves. Like hostile mobs in previous videos, skeletons will traverse complex terrain including stairs, mazes, and other objects to get within firing range of the players. Additionally, they will attempt to avoid damage by circling a player while shooting if they are close enough to them. If a skeleton takes damage from another hostile mob such as another skeleton, they will continue attacking that mob until it is dead and then refocus on the pursuing player if they remain in range. Now, on to the combat. The accuracy of skeleton sharpshooting attempts will depend on the difficulty level that you are playing on, with the error rate in the skeleton aiming decreasing at higher levels of difficulty. In addition, skeletons will also begin to fire at a faster rate, at closer distances but do less damage. When fighting skeletons in an open area, it is best to sprint to them, blocking when necessary, and then continuing to attack them while strafing left or right around them when within melee range. If possible, take advantage of line of sight or LOS that the skeletons need to fire at players. Players can use placed blocks, terrain, or trees to intentionally break line of sight with the skeleton and continue to draw them into melee range, where you can quickly defeat them with little to no damage. As always, if you have a bow and some arrows, keeping out of range of hostile mobs is the best way to avoid damage. Well, that about does it for this battle on skeletons. Stay tuned for more episodes where I'll be battling more creatures that you'll encounter on your Minecraft adventures. As always, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and also head on over to Funkcraft.com to enter our monthly giveaway, and until I see you next time, keep it funky.